Hey, Justin, what did you see on that final play? Anthony said that you had an option there. Obviously, Donald was one-on-one on the outside. Just curious sort of what you saw in terms of the coverage they were showing you in the decision that you made.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that if we get a one-on-one matchup with Donald Parham, we're going to throw that. And, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to score on that play, but I'm going to make that play. I'm going to throw it to him 100 times again, and I know he's going to step up, and I know that he's going to make that play.
Hey, Justin, what happened on that play when you got hurt in the first half, when you came out of the game? What happened there?
Just got hurt, and there's nothing really I could have done about that one.
Was that a knee? Was that the guy lined it on you, took the wind out of you? What was that?
I just took a shot, tried to step up, but it was pretty sore, so I just stayed down there.
All right, fans, thank you guys for tuning in. Want to wrap up what we saw today. AFC West divisional matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders coming into SoFi Stadium, home of the Los Angeles Chargers. Today, it was a close game. It was a good game all the way to the end, but the Chargers found another way to lose a game. It was nip and tuck. The Chargers had the lead going into halftime. Coming out of halftime, the Raiders put up 14 unanswered points. They took over the lead. Chargers came back, kicked the field goal. Going into the fourth quarter, about 6 minutes left to go, the Chargers forced the Raiders to punt the ball. Would have gave them enough over 6 minutes to drive down and score the winning touchdown. However, KJ Hill muffed the punt, fumbled the punt, and led to the Raiders 3 points, which then forced the Chargers to need a touchdown to win. Before that, they only needed 3 points to get the go-ahead score. But now they needed after the muff punt, they needed a touchdown. I've said week after week, you've heard me talk about Justin Herbert and what he can do. Today he showed a lot of poise, a lot of moxie, keeping these guys in the game.
Justin, you got some poise about you. And this team has, unfortunately, you haven't been a part of all this, but they've lost 3 of the last 15 games with the game ends up being 8 points or less. With your poise, how do you share that, disseminate that throughout the team, and kind of make sure that, as was mentioned earlier, the team doesn't kind of get lost in these cycle of losses here?
We're never going to give up. Losses are tough, kind of like I was saying earlier. This isn't easy for anyone. No one's enjoying this, and everyone's working real hard, and we're doing our best. And I know things are going to change, and I've said that before, but if you keep fighting, if you keep executing, keep getting better, good things will happen. And we're really close, and that's probably one of the toughest parts. And there's nothing we can do about it now. We can't change what's happened. We can't change these losses. We can only push forward, and we can only look to this week and have a good week of practice and get better, watch film. That's all that we can do is get better.
You had a new addition to the offense, and Kalen Ballage kind of stepped up and picked up some big yardage for you guys. Talk about his production, and then how he seamlessly seemed to fit into your offense here today.
Yeah, Kalen's a tough runner. He's one of those guys that stepped in immediately and picked it up pretty quickly, and we threw him out there, and he made some big-time plays, big-time runs today. And so going forward, I know he's going to be a big part of our offense, and it was really good to see him run the ball today.
Hey, Coach, man, tough loss. Coach, Kalen Ballage, talk about calling him up and the performance he gave you today. I mean, he really stepped up in kind of a short notice, I would guess.
Kalen, he stepped up, and I thought he did a good job. I thought that in the second half he started looking too much downfield instead of taking what was in front of him. But I thought he helped us today. He certainly did not hurt us. And then late in that fourth quarter, he got behind his pads, and I thought he made a difference.
Coach, right there at halftime, you guys got the ball with the strip sack and fumble recovery there.
Yes.
There was 8 seconds on the clock. Was there any consideration of kind of going deep, giving Mike Williams a chance to just one play go deep before you kick the field goal?
You don't really have time to go deep there. That's a risk when you go deep there. Now, what I've done in the past, if I've done quick outs and try to get a few more yards. But right there, I know Michael Bashley is good from that distance, and they want to take a chance of getting no penalty or nothing going wrong and to get those points before the half, because I thought that was important.
What do you think about Joshua Kelley and how he ran the ball? It looked to be kind of assertive today, more so than he has in the recent weeks.
Yes, he was determined. He was a good north-south runner for us. He picked up some tough yards.
And I know you don't have it back, Coach, and hindsight's 2020, but would you have thought of using Hunter in the last once you guys got it down inside the 20 there with the last few plays of the game?
Well, there's a lot of guys, Hunter, Henry, Keenan Allen. I mean, we have some guys that we can throw it to. We threw the ball to Mike, and Mike got us down there, and the coverage just happened to give us Mike. And then we had 2 shots. We knew we had 2 shots to win the game. I felt really good about the shots. And like I said, we didn't execute.
Is that typical? Is that typical to kind of let the coverage dictate which play you're going to run instead of forcing it to one of your guys?
Well, you don't want to force anything to anyone. Yeah, you will at the coverage, but there are some formations we can get in when we know where that ball's going. Just like right there at the end of the game, we knew Mike was going to get a shot on a fade ball. We knew that Donald was going to get a shot. I mean, 6'9", that's all he's done for us this year is caught those fade balls.
Lastly, Coach, you got a ball on your hands at number 10. Or were you aware of that, the way he just kept coming back and coming back and kind of kept you guys in that ball game? When he had the ball down 5 points, were you aware of what this kid can do?
Absolutely. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind we weren't going to go down and score. Justin's a playmaker, and he doesn't flinch.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Sure.
Gilbert.
Hey, Chief, you just mentioned they had a plan. You guys had already discussed kind of your workload and what's going to be this week.
Yeah, I prepared all week. Everything that I did today, I did during the week. So I wasn't really surprised on, being able to get out there and get the ball in my hands a little bit.
Seeing this kid, Justin Herbert, play from afar, what were your thoughts? And then did they change actually lining up behind him today?
I mean, I've played against Justin in college, before I even got here. So I kind of already knew, his talent level and the things that he's able to do. And definitely I think Justin is ahead of his time, just composure-wise, you know what I mean? He's making smart plays, and he's very talented, and he puts that on display. I'm sure you guys can see it. So it's exciting to be out there with him.
Moving forward, what do you plan on bringing to this team? You run hard and you're kind of versatile, catching out the backfield. What do you expect to bring to this team to kind of help them get over this hump here?
I mean, I just want to win football games. Whatever I can do to help the team do that, then that's what I'm most excited about, So I feel like we're right there. We're very close, and I think we finished today better than we finished in any other game. And sometimes in this league it comes down to one play. So.
Keenan, talk about just, if you can, about being so close for the, second week in a row, about pulling out a win and not being able to come out with the victory.
Yeah, I could talk about this since the second week of the season. Just close games. We're not winning them. That's basically what it's coming down to. And that's just been the story of the season so far in the first half. So I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what we got to do. We're going to keep working. We're going to keep fighting.
Can you talk about the way the team played all the way through? You guys didn't give up.
One more time, I ain't hear what you said.
Can you talk about the way the team played and didn't give up?
Yeah, like I said, we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep playing hard. We're going to leave it out on the field. And, the outcome going to be what the outcome is. But we definitely got to find a way to get on the other side of the column.
Thank you.
Emmanuel Morgan.
Keenan, from your perspective, what did you see on the last 2 plays?
Just a fade ball. The guys had it, and then, the ground caused the incompletion.
Sure. Just for you, like seeing the matchup. Obviously, Mike is a big target. Don's a big target. Did you think that they're going to come down with it?
Absolutely. I always think him and Palmer is going to come down with it. They practice those situations all the time, and that's what it was.
Couple records that must be pointed out. His 7th game going over 250 yards passing. Nobody else has done that. Only one person, that's Cam Newton. Nobody else has done that. He has 2,100 yards passing in the first 7 games. There's only 4 quarterbacks to do that. Billy Volek, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Cam Newton. He's in class with 2 MVPs right there. Justin Herbert is. The kid is really special. He shows moxie. He has poise, uncommon poise for his age. He leads his team, let him down inside the 5-yard line where they tried a couple fade routes, one to Mike Williams, one to Donald Parham. Mike Williams missed his pass. Donald Parham caught it, but the defender knocked it out the hand, so by the time he hit the ground, he lost it. That was the game right there. Another heartbreaking loss. I'm afraid Anthony Lynn's job is probably on the line, not necessarily due to this specific loss, but just the confluence of week after week after week, you see the same thing. It was really heartbreaking. I must point out for the Raiders, they played a great ball game. David Carr had over 246 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. But their rookie, Josh Jacobs, is a solid running back. You guys probably already know this, but just to reiterate, he's a solid running back. He has eclipsed Marcus Allen in franchise history with the most rush yards in 2 seasons, over 1,700 rush yards. He also, oddly enough, he had 7 touchdowns last season, all at home. He has 6 touchdowns this season, all on the road. So he's kind of a home and away guy, but they're going to get that worked out. The Raiders are looking really strong. I had them in the playoffs going into the beginning of the year, so they're looking really strong. The Chargers have to get together. They have to find a way to pull these games out. They can't rely on a rookie to pull these games out. Some of these veterans on the team are going to have to step up. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen had 9 catches, 100 yards. He did his thing today. Some of the defense, too many lapses on the defense. The defensive backs are making business decisions out here, fellas. They're making business decisions. They're not tackling. They struggle to cover, so they're giving up a lot of points week after week after week. I wonder if the change is going to be made somewhere with the defensive coordinator. If not, that might be a way for Lynn to save his job, because the defense is simply giving up big points, big plays. I think today was the 5th game they gave up over 30 points again. They're not playing winning football. However, their quarterback is a winner. We know he's a winner. I've seen it week after week after week. I can say that flatly. They found a quarterback. They need to get some pieces around him. Today they brought in Kalen Ballage, former Dolphin, played really well today. Led the running attack, averaged 4.6 yards a carry. Really impressive. However, the veterans on the team, they got to find a way to win. I know that locker room is tough. I know that locker room is getting tough. I know it's getting sensitive. I know all the jokes are going sour, but they got to suck it up and find a way to win. Get behind Justin Herbert. He's a top flight quarterback. If you guys don't know, now you know. Take a chance, look at him. You can just watch him play. He's a top flight quarterback. But again, overall, the Chargers lose, fall to the Raiders at home. They've lost now. They're 3-15 in games 8 points or less. 3-15. It was 31-26 today. Also, they lost 12. I think it's 12 straight games within their division, within the AFC West. They lost 12 straight games. Like, you can't beat the teams in your division. You're not going to the playoffs. So they got to figure that out. Another tough loss. We'll talk to the coaches and players later on this week to kind of see what their heads like, what's going on in their heads. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, your boy Cameron Buford, Voice of the Fans. Make sure you check us out. Voice of Fans on Instagram, What's Good in Sport on Twitter, and you follow the YouTube page, Voice of the Fans on YouTube. Thank you for your time, and as always, thank you for making our voice your choice.